What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the DMG Tech Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Parkinson, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about these cleaning applications. Now, these speed boosters, these whatever you want to call it, everybody talks about them like it's supposed to do something miraculous, and you're going to see they always get tons of stars. And the reason they get such high starings is for a few reasons. So one is, they make a bunch of accounts, and they start off by keep starring it in the beginning, and then it just kind of becomes a trend and people assume that it's working for their devices like it claims. Well, there's not really, I don't know how to, it's just not smart to actually get these. The reason being is, for first off, it's just another application that's going to be constantly running in the background of your phone or your tablet, so thus it's going to be draining your battery. So yes, it shut down one applications, but then you're just opening up another one. And these applications tended to run pretty heavily in the background. Another thing about them is they have been known to being gateways to possibilities of Trojans or, any type of malware. So, even though it's not really that common, the antiviruses that you can get on your Android device have been known to not fully catch anything. And the only reason you can really get some of these malwares, majority of the time it doesn't come through these apps through the Google Play Store. They'll usually come through third-party apps. So when you go through and download it from maybe by unchecking your unknown sources in your settings and downloading it that way is normally how that could happen and occur. But that can happen for anything, not just on Android. That's just with all devices in general and all PCs, operating systems, whatever you want to say. But talking about these clean masters, the way I want to talk about is actually, it's, the honest way of doing this is the only one that I've seen to actually be proven is going to be an application called Greenify. It was voted, I believe, the best app in the Play Store in 2013, and I fully support it. If you do end up rooting your device, you'll be able to do a lot more with it. But if you are not rooted, it still works. It's just not as fluid looking, and it doesn't work as smoothly in the sense that it just makes sure it'll go through and pop up and close your applications one by one manually, and you'll have to watch it actually happen. Whereas Greenify in the background will just do what it does in the background. But so what these are really saying is it does all that, but what you should do is just kind of touch and hold your home button and then just go into your RAM settings maybe, or any type of your settings where you can kind of see what's going on. And from here is where you want to shut it down. So you can see I have my Google Play Music. So I need to go ahead and stop that, but it does have a chance of popping back up. That's where something like the Greenify can help. So I can put a one-stop button on my home screen and take care of that. So now I'm not, a developer for Greenify. You're going to hear me, obviously, I support it. That's just how much I like it and how much I enjoy it and how much I know for a fact it works. I've talked to tons of developers, and all developers have said the exact same thing. But with these clean masters, this cleaner, this CC cleaner, you just see all these speed boosters. To explain what's really happening with these speed boosters is our signals are connected to a tower. So when you're driving down the freeway, you're going to notice that your signal for your phone goes up and down. Even when you walk around your city, it's going to go up and down. Even if you walk in a few block range, the chances are it could go up and down if you're within the range of two towers. So what's actually happening with these for the most part is it just kind of comes in, and it's really doing is just hitting airplane mode. So it's literally just kind of turning off all your networks and then returning them back on, which you could just do with airplane mode. And then what happens is your signal will look out and grab a different tower. Now, that's not going to say it's going to grab the new tower every time, but it just kind of refreshes your tower connection. So it's like refreshing your router at your house. Sometimes, the things just kind of get bogged up. It's technology. Technology is not going to be 100% efficient, just like we humans are not 100% efficient. It's just the way things work. So a good way of doing this is maybe, just once every 2 days, 3 days or something, just restart your device. You'll be fine. That'll, kind of refresh everything in the background. Or like I said earlier, you could get the Greenify and take care of it that way. Another thing is you may want to go ahead and hit your airplane mode here and there if you are seeing that you're losing cell service in certain areas, or you just notice that it's not working as fast as possible. Now, if you are in a dead spot, or if you're far away from a cell tower, your cell towers, needs some maintenance, and that's something you wouldn't know, that would actually be within your service provider, so AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, whoever it may be, they're the ones that are going to know about that. You could kind of find that out if you kind of know some back ends of your phone and you can see the signal strength. Or you could know somebody that works at one of these services and they could let you know how degraded these towers really are. So really, this is just me kind of explaining, because I hear a lot of people, they're always asking me, should I download this? Or I love this application, it does so much for me. No, what's happening is it's just really going in here and doing something you could manually do, and it really wouldn't take quite as much time. It'll take the exact same amount of time, but you're not going to lose anything. So as you can see, I can shut down my applications here. I can see my downloaded. I can see my RAM, so I can touch and clear my memory. So once I clear my memory, look, I just gained next 0.2, and 24 application keeps dropping right there. So that's just clearing everything out of it. I'm on a Samsung device, it's the way it works. Here's my, my default applications. I can clear the background of that as well, which is a good thing to do if you are, use your browser. You want to clear your cache every once in a while. When I say every once in a while, maybe every 2 weeks or so, should be fine on that. And all that type of stuff will just kind of help refresh your phone and make things run a little bit smoother. Is that going to make sure that your device that is 5 years old, 6 years old, running on Android, a few Android versions back, going to run just as fast as the newest Android version? No, not at all. Is it going to run as fast as, or is a 1 gigabyte of RAM Android device going to run as smooth as a 3 gigabyte of RAM? Of course not, because it's just, that's what you get when you get some of that stuff. So take that also into consideration the next time you do buy a Android device. Maybe you want to look at some of the specs a little bit more detailed instead of just like how good the camera is or how big the screen is. You also want to take into account how much RAM can also be used. I personally believe anything around the 3 gig, if you can get up to that, I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure all phones coming out here, or at least the higher end devices from here on out, 2015 and on, should start coming with at least 3 gigabytes of RAM, as well as that 64-bit processor is going to be kind of just the next gradual step. But remember, unless the developers build for that type of stuff, that doesn't mean it's actually the application will take full use of that. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. If you do have any questions or comments or want to further explain it a little bit more, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the description, in the section below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.